When looking at our audience feedback, I would say that I've learnt a lot from the overall process. In regards to our trailer, when looking at the initial audience research, which includes our focus group and the questionnaire that we conducted, one could look at the questions that we asked and some of the responses that we got. For example, focus group told us they wanted cinematography, as well as not wanting to know the plot of the film. They also stated that they didn't want an average thriller when we were showing them Place Beyond the Pines. We took away from this the word average and the fact that the audience might want something slightly different to intrigue them beyond the standard films that are released in mainstream media. From these questions, we knew that the poster and trailer needed to work together, as opinions change from viewing each text separately to when they were viewed together. Within our questionnaire, we asked questions such as, what comes to mind when thinking of independent dramas? Answers range from artistic to creative storylines to morals to film festivals. Of the people that we asked, drama seemed to be the second favourite genre. We also learned that people preferred a narrative that was out of the ordinary situations that would be experienced by them on a daily basis. This perhaps steered us towards mental health and using OCD as a mainly misunderstood condition. Before our audience research, we had decided that our film would be an independent drama. As I said, the platform that we used to conduct the questionnaire could have been better and given us more conclusive results. Overall, we took that we needed art within all three of our media texts, as this was commonly identified with independent, and it also gave us the freedom to be creative with our shots. When looking at the feedback we got from our rough cut, we were told that titles needed to be added because at that stage we had not added them to our trailer. We also got feedback on the voiceover, which people said was mumbled and unclear, as well as the therapy room and the voiceover not linking together, as our plan was to have the voiceover as a slightly rambly and personalised one, which would then be revealed as Noah talking to her therapist. However, we had not conveyed this properly. We were also told that we just needed more drama overall, as although we had sections with the mum and some conflict being seen, we didn't quite build on that. Due to this feedback, we added titles which we planned thoroughly, as well as created a production logo. We re-recorded voiceover, however, it wasn't actually better than the first. We merely spaced it out to slow the pace and increase the volume. Overall, this worked better with the song, so there was no confusing gaps or silences. We also added reshot scenes of the therapy room, adding to the overall conflict within the trailer. Overall, I say our magazine was a success, as it was clear that the majority of our aims were achieved. The feedback we got improved our product no end and made it realistic and far clearer than our rough cut. However, we did struggle to know how to make the cover look as real as possible with the layout, and perhaps our feedback wasn't helpful in these certain areas, due to the questions we asked not being specific enough. When looking at our film poster, our focus group and questionnaire both told us that the film poster needed film festival logos, as well as it being crucial that it linked to the trailer clearly, as they would both be promoted as a duo. We decided to use this initial feedback and decided to make the festivals as prominent as possible. Overall, this was valuable feedback as the critics' opinions and film festival logos linked together the trailer and poster very well. As our first draft was what we wanted to convey, feedback was useful, said as the picture was slightly messy around the edges, as well as the fact that we needed a billing block, due to it being a convention of film posters. We carried out these, and it made the product look more professional and improved the overall quality. When looking at our magazine and the feedback we received from our initial audience research, we learned that people preferred the creative colours. For example, we showed them covers from Little White Lies. The questionnaire confirmed this and showed that people directly linked art with independent companies. The action we took was that we used a piece of art instead of a photo for the actual image on our magazine cover. We also used fonts that were slightly more hand-drawn, showing a creative tone. This definitely achieved the objective that we set for ourselves of having an independent magazine. The feedback we received on our rough cut was that we needed to change the font and the layout. We used the feedback that we were given and implemented this into our magazine. This meant our magazine looked more like a real media product and became clear as a film magazine. However, we did struggle to know how to make the cover look as real as possible with the layout. Overall, I say our magazine was a success, as it was clear that the majority of our aims were achieved. When looking at our film poster, I feel feedback helped us improve and refine, increasing levels of authenticity. All three pilots were influenced in this way, and audience feedback was invaluable to how they looked at the end of the process.